Hello everybody, Ian Maddox, Hitchcock Maddox Financial Partners, coming to you from our video series. And we're going to change things up a little bit in light of current situation in the world that we're all staring at moment by moment. But thank you for joining me today. Just a little bit of commentary, and again, as I've said in the past, it's sometimes helpful to have a local voice, just speak to things that we're seeing real time, and these are very interesting times. Richard, Bonnie, Rebecca, and I, our team, we've been glued to television sets and computer screens and doing what we can to help clients guide through this process. But a couple of things have jumped out at me, and in this video series we may kind of interrupt our normal educational subjects to bring commentary on what's going on real time in the world. And one of the things that I've observed, I've been on phone calls with a lot of clients and small business owners, just people in the community, and one thing that has jumped out at me is that there seems to still be a little bit of disconnect as to the importance of this situation with COVID-19. Whether you believe the health risk is being blown out of proportion or not almost doesn't matter. It does matter, but please understand what I'm saying here. But in terms of what the potential economic impact is, it doesn't matter whether it turns out to be less deadly or more deadly because of what is happening right now. And I'm not going to sit here and, there's so much jockeying back and forth from a political standpoint, and I think that's not useful. It's just not useful information. In many ways, at the end of the day, we're facing a very challenging time, and I think that our government is, as best I can tell, doing everything they can to try to address it in a prudent way. And you're kind of in between a rock and a hard place. If you say, we're not going to slow things down, and then the health issue is bigger, then you've got a problem. If you overreact, then you have an economic impact. At the end of the day, I think that I see a couple of things emerging in my mind. I see younger people, I'm sorry to say this, but younger people not perhaps taking this as seriously as they should. And interestingly enough, the older generation not taking this as seriously as they probably should. At the end of the day, if we continue down this path and the businesses, small businesses of America continue to slow down, that could be a problem that is much deeper than the immediate health impact of COVID-19. So I'm not going to sit here. I can't possibly give anyone specific advice as to what they should do, but I have the conviction that you should take the recommendations seriously about separating yourself, keeping distance. Just take it seriously. Don't take this matter lightly. We're trying to do things for our clients to guide them in their particular financial plans. I had a conversation with my partner Richard yesterday, and he had a brilliant analogy that I'll share with you guys right now. And this is in terms of what decisions you might be making financially or from an investment standpoint. If you're in a boat and you're trying to get across a large lake, and you have incredible crosswinds, left, right, pushing your boat off of your trajectory, there's really only two things that you can do. First of all, you're certainly not going to get across the lake if your boat is taking on water. So you want to make sure that you don't have any big leaks in the boat. The only other thing that you can do is look off into the distance and pick a point and correct to it as opportunity allows, okay? So just expect that the wind is going to push your boat left, it's going to push it right. We, for our clients, that's essentially what we're doing is saying, okay, do I have any leaks in my boat? And making sure that we shore those up in the short term. There's really in two sides of the coin. You have risk and opportunity. For some people that are younger, there may be opportunities to invest because things are cheaper. For folks that are near or already on fixed incomes, then the risk is greater. And so, perhaps the idea of being more defensive. Again, you need to check with your specific advisor, attorney, planner, whomever it is that you look to for advice to decide what's best for you. But I think that analogy of looking off into the distance and continuing to correct towards it as you can is appropriate. I will give you some practical advice just at the end here. I don't know if folks have heard, I'm sure we're in tax season right now. One thing that is helpful is that even though you still have to file on April 15th, the payments are delayed till July 15th. The government's throwing all kinds of stuff at us right now, kitchen sink kind of approach it seems, and hopefully that will help. But I just want people to reflect on that. If you're not taking this seriously from the health standpoint, understand honestly, and I'm not being alarmist, the grave potential economic impact if we don't navigate this correctly. So we'll continue to update you guys and connect with you here in the future. Until next time, Ian Maddox, HMFP.